What's good, YouTube? Crown Jewel from Crown Jewel Boxing, back with a gem. I had to come back on. Thanks to my brother Dean by any means. Let me know that there was no sound to my video I posted earlier. I had time to check it out. I always forget that if I leave my phone connected to the car while I'm doing the video, YouTube won't load the sound. But with that being said, Oscar De La Hoya has some type of thing he's doing on Thursdays now where he's exposing supposedly stuff. And he decided to expose himself, in my opinion, in his attempt to slander Al Haymon in the PBC. And what Oscar said is that the PBC is now failing to do the karma. And the karma, the bad karma, is coming from what he's saying when all of his fighters' contracts expired. Al Haymon took those fighters to the PBC, and that was some type of bad business or underhanded deal. And it just leads me to believe that Oscar thinks that Golden Boy Promotions, or boxing as a whole, is a plantation and fighters are his property. Because even in him saying at the end of their contracts, meaning they've fulfilled their obligation to you legally, and they have the right to negotiate and move on to what they feel is the best deal for themselves and should not be faulted for it, just like anybody else that comes to the end of a term of a contract in any other profession. But in his mind, they're his property, and the fact that they left because at the advice of Al Haymon, that Al Haymon is some type of snake. No, that only shows that Al Haymon did his damn job. And his job as an advisor is to present the best possible deal to his clients, which are the fighters. Your job as a promoter is to make sure they didn't want to fight for any other promoter because the deal you gave them was just that sweet. You did not. You do stuff like put guys on HBO in world title fights and pay them $50,000. I don't blame them for leaving. But again, Oscar, get that mentality out your mind, man. Fighters are not your slaves. Golden Boy is not a plantation. You are not an athlete owner. You partner with athletes, professional athletes who are their own corporation, and they fight for your company in exchange for the resources that your company could provide for them. You saying you made them. Great. You're saying you were a benefit to their career. That only means you did the job that you were contracted to do. And they did the job they were contracted to do, which is fulfill a certain amount of fights or a certain time period obligation they had to you professionally, not personally. Once that obligation is fulfilled, they're free to move on. So fighters, beware when y'all go to sign with these promoters. Oh yeah, Floyd Schofield Sr. You say your son's a boss. I don't know how much of a boss he is, signed to a promoter that thinks like that. Because in his mind, Golden Boy is a plantation and fighters are his slaves. He made it plain for you. All of those fighters from Canelo Alvarez to Adrian Bronner, Danny Garcia, they all, in Oscar's mind, were stolen for him. Yet, I just don't understand how someone can be stolen from you if they fulfilled their contract obligations and just, worked out a deal elsewhere. You don't pay like the PBC, Playboy. So you lost your fighters, or not your fighters, the fighters you were working with, who fulfilled their obligation to your company and decided to take advantage of a better deal that was on the table. It's the American way, right? That's all I have for y'all this time. Till next time, keep your hands up, your chin down, your ass off the floor. Peace.